They said nothing could tear Amy and Nathan apart. But after the trailer for Heartland Season 19 Episode 2 drop, fans are losing their minds. The once perfect couple now stands on the edge of heartbreak, and no one saw it coming. The trailer doesn't just tease tension, it screams breakup. And the worst part? It's not just about love. It's about loyalty, family, and betrayal. Episode 2 looks like it's going to turn the peaceful Heartland Ranch into a battlefield of emotions. So, what really happens between Amy and Nathan? Why does Lou interfere? And what secret does Nathan's sister hide that could destroy everything? Let's dive deep into what the trailer reveals and what it really means for Amy's future. The trailer opens with a storm. Not just the one in the sky, but the one brewing in everyone's hearts. Amy's face says it all. She looks torn, distant, and full of doubt. After everything she and Nathan went through in the fires during Episode 1, we thought their bond was unbreakable. But it turns out, surviving danger together doesn't always mean you'll survive what comes after. The trailer immediately reminds us that Amy is not just a woman in love. She's a mother, a daughter, and a sister. And those roles don't always blend easily. We hear Lou's voice echoing over scenes of the ranch, saying something that hits Amy like a punch to the chest. You can't build a future on divided loyalties. This one line sets the tone for the entire episode. It's clear that Lou is not happy about Amy's relationship with Nathan anymore. She believes that Nathan's family's business dealings have crossed a line, especially after the betrayal hinted at in Episode 1's ending. Lou thinks that Amy is too blinded by love to see what's really happening around her. And honestly, Amy looks like she's starting to question everything. We see her staring at a photo of her late husband, Ty, a moment that quietly screams guilt and confusion. It feels like she's asking herself if she's making the same mistake twice, trusting someone who could break her heart. The trailer cleverly shows quick flashes of tension between Amy and Lou, but what catches everyone off guard is Nathan's reaction. He doesn't look calm or patient this time. There's a short but powerful shot of Nathan slamming his truck door, frustration written all over his face. It's a side of him we haven't seen before. Fans are already speculating that this might be the moment when he realizes Amy doesn't trust him anymore. The heartbreak is coming, and it feels unavoidable. But here's the thing. What if the problem isn't just about trust? What if there's something even bigger behind all this tension? We get a glimpse of Nathan's sister talking secretly with someone from a rival ranch, exchanging what looks like important papers. Could this be the betrayal Lou was warning Amy about? If this is true, Amy's world is about to crumble all over again. And it's heartbreaking to think that after everything she's survived, the loss, the loneliness, and finally finding love again, she might have to face another painful goodbye. The emotional weight of this trailer is unmatched. It feels heavier, darker, and more personal than ever before. The fire in Episode 1 tested Amy's courage, but Episode 2 looks like it will test her heart. Every frame feels like it's building toward one impossible decision. Will Amy choose her family or her love? And that question alone has fans divided. Some believe Amy will fight for Nathan no matter what, while others think she'll walk away to protect Lindy from more heartbreak. Personally, I think Episode 2 will be one of the most emotional and defining episodes of the entire series. Because for the first time, Amy's not just fighting the world, she's fighting her own heart. The trailer doesn't hold back. It immediately hits us with scenes that make our hearts race. We see Amy walking through the barn late at night, her face wet with tears, whispering to herself that maybe love isn't enough this time. Those few words already tell us that something serious has happened between her and Nathan. She's not angry, she's heartbroken. The kind of heartbreak that comes from disappointment, not betrayal. It's the quiet, heavy kind that sits on your chest and doesn't let go. You can feel that Amy is exhausted. She's been trying to keep everyone happy. Her daughter, her sister, her late husband's memory, and now Nathan. But the weight of it all is too much. And maybe for the first time, she realizes she can't please everyone. Then we hear Nathan's voice, calm but broken. He says, "I never wanted to be the reason you lose your family." That one line cuts deep. It's not defensive. It's not angry. It's pure pain. Because Nathan knows that Lou's words got to Amy. He knows Amy is torn between her love for him and her loyalty to her family. And even though he loves her deeply, he can see that she's pulling away. The trailer shows them standing by the corral, not facing each other, as the wind blows dust between them. The distance between them feels more emotional than physical. two people who love each other but are trapped in different worlds. Fans who have watched Heartland from the very beginning know this feeling all too well. Amy has been through this before. With Ty, she learned that love doesn't always protect you from pain. And now with Nathan, she's learning that love can actually cause it. What's even more heartbreaking is how the trailer subtly connects Lindy to all of this. We see Lindy overhearing her mother and Lou arguing in the kitchen, her little eyes full of confusion. Then she runs out, clutching the photo of her father that she saved during the fire. It's a powerful reminder that every choice Amy makes affects Lindy too. She doesn't just risk losing Nathan, she risks losing the sense of safety she's worked so hard to rebuild for her daughter. But the real twist comes halfway through the trailer. For a split second, we see Nathan confronting his sister. His voice is sharp and full of disbelief as he says, "Tell me you didn't do it." We don't hear what she did, but the look on his face says enough. It's betrayal, plain and simple. The kind that doesn't just break trust, it burns it to ashes. And this could be the key moment that drives Amy and Nathan apart, because if Nathan's sister truly sabotaged Heartland's new business deal, Lou's worst fears will be confirmed. Amy's relationship with Nathan will suddenly look like a conflict of interest, something that could hurt the ranch, their family, and their reputation. Amy might not even get the chance to decide what she wants. Circumstances might make the choice for her. There's also a heartbreaking shot of Amy riding Spartan alone across the fields at dawn. It's a silent scene, but it says everything. No dialogue, no background noise, just the sound of hooves hitting the ground. It's the same kind of emotional storytelling Heartland is known for. Whenever Amy rides alone, it's because she's trying to clear her mind or make an impossible decision. And we can already guess what that decision is. The trailer then cuts to Lou sitting on the porch, watching Amy from a distance. She doesn't look proud or victorious. She looks sad, almost guilty. It's as if Lou knows she might have pushed her sister too far, but maybe she thinks she's doing the right thing by protecting the family first. The final moments of the trailer are the ones that truly break our hearts. Amy looks at Nathan one last time and says, "Sometimes love isn't the problem. It's everything around it." Then she walks away. It's not loud or dramatic. It's quiet. But it hurts more than any argument could. Nathan doesn't stop her, and that's what makes it so powerful. Because deep down, he knows this isn't a fight he can win with words. The screen fades to black, and we only hear Lindy's voice asking, "Is he coming back?" That single question shatters the silence and leaves us with a lump in our throats. Episode 2 looks like it will be one of those rare Heartland moments that reminds us why we fell in love with the show in the first place. It's not just about horses or ranch life. It's about people, emotions, choices, and the price we pay for love. The trailer gives us just enough to make us anxious, but not enough to satisfy us. We're left wondering if Amy and Nathan's breakup is permanent, or if this pain will somehow bring them closer later on. But one thing is clear. Amy's world will never be the same after episode 2. What's truly haunting about this trailer is how it shows that heartbreak doesn't just break two people. It echoes through everyone around them. After Amy and Nathan's painful confrontation, the next scenes in the trailer shift focus to the aftermath. The ranch feels different. It's quieter, colder, almost like the life has been drained from it. We see Amy walking past the barn, avoiding eye contact with everyone. Jack tries to talk to her, but she doesn't stop. That small moment says everything. Amy isn't angry with her family, but she feels isolated, like no one understands the kind of love she's just lost. The ranch, which once felt like her safe place, now feels like a reminder of everything that went wrong. And for a person like Amy, that's the hardest part. Because when your heart breaks, you can leave a person, but you can't leave your home. The trailer gives us glimpses of how the other characters are dealing with the tension too. Lou, despite being the one who pushed Amy to end things with Nathan, looks completely torn. There's a short but emotional scene where she's talking to Peter, saying something like, "I only wanted to protect her, but now I think I might have lost her." It's a powerful line because it shows that Lou's intentions weren't bad. They just had painful consequences. Lou's protective nature has always been one of her strongest traits. But in this situation, it's starting to feel like a curse. You can tell that she regrets stepping in too much, but she can't undo it now. Amy's silence says it all. Meanwhile, Nathan seems completely broken. The trailer shows him standing by the fence at his ranch, holding Amy's scarf, the one she wore during the fire. It's such a small detail, but it tells a story. He's not ready to let go. Even though he said he wouldn't come between Amy and her family, you can see that the breakup has destroyed him. The look in his eyes is a mix of pain, confusion, and love that refuses to fade. He wanted to be her safe place, but now he feels like the reason she's hurting. Fans are already talking about this scene, saying that Nathan's quiet grief might make him one of the most relatable characters in the show's history. He's not angry, he's not blaming anyone, he's just heartbroken, and that makes it even more real. But the trailer doesn't stop there. There's something bigger brewing under the surface, something that could change everything. We get a quick cut to Nathan's sister again, arguing with a stranger outside a restaurant. She says, "I did what I had to do." That single sentence raises 1,000 questions. What did she do? Did she really betray Heartland for her own gain? Or is there something deeper going on? Something Nathan doesn't even know about? The show loves its emotional twists, and it feels like this might be one of those storylines that flips everything on its head later. Maybe Nathan's sister isn't the villain we think she is. Maybe she's protecting someone. Or maybe she's caught in something much bigger than business. Still, for Amy, the damage is done. She doesn't have the energy to untangle the truth right now. The trailer shows her sitting with Lindy in her room, brushing her hair quietly. It's such a tender scene, but there's so much sadness in it. Lindy asks her, "Why can't we all just be happy again?" And Amy's face softens in a way that makes your heart ache. She forces a smile, but her eyes are full of tears. It's clear that she's trying to stay strong for her daughter, but deep inside, she's breaking piece by piece. That single scene might become one of the most emotional moments of the season because it perfectly captures Amy's struggle, balancing motherhood, grief, and love while trying to keep herself from falling apart. We also see small signs that the ranch community feels the tension. Tim seems frustrated, arguing with Lou about family drama getting in the way of real work. It's classic Tim, blunt and impatient, but he's not entirely wrong. The ranch can't run on heartbreak. There's still work to be done, horses to take care of, and people depending on them. Yet it's clear that everyone's heart isn't fully in it. The emotional fallout of Amy and Nathan's breakup has affected everyone, whether they admit it or not. It's that kind of emotional chain reaction Heartland does best. One moment of heartbreak rippling through an entire family. By the end of this section of the trailer, the tone becomes darker and more suspenseful. The music slows down, and we see one final shocking scene. Amy discovering something hidden in Nathan's truck. It's quick, almost like the camera doesn't want us to see too much, but we can tell it's serious. Her expression shifts from sadness to shock. Some fans think it's a document related to the betrayal. Others believe it might be something entirely different, something that could change everything we thought we knew about Nathan's role in all this. Whatever it is, Amy's face says one thing clearly. This story isn't over yet. And that's what makes this trailer so powerful. It doesn't just tease a breakup, it teases consequences. Real, emotional, long-lasting consequences that will shake every corner of Heartland Ranch. It makes us question everything. Who's right, who's wrong, and who's truly looking out for Amy's happiness. Because in Heartland, love is never simple. It's always messy, painful, and deeply human. And that's exactly why we can't stop watching. The most powerful thing about the Heartland Season 19 Episode 2 trailer isn't the breakup itself, it's what happens afterward. The silence, the emptiness, the quiet moments when everyone is trying to move forward but can't quite let go of what just happened. That's where the real pain lives. The trailer shifts into this somber, reflective mood, showing us glimpses of life after Amy and Nathan's separation. Amy is seen back in the barn, working with the horses, but something feels off. It's almost like she's moving through the motions without feeling them. Her hands are steady, but her eyes are distant. You can tell that she's using work as a way to escape the thoughts that keep haunting her. This isn't new for Amy. She's always used her connection with the horses to process her emotions. But this time, it feels heavier, as if the weight of her choices is finally settling in. We also get a touching scene of Jack trying to comfort her. He doesn't say much, just puts a hand on her shoulder and tells her, "Sometimes doing the right thing doesn't feel right at all." That line hits like a quiet thunderclap, because deep down, Amy doesn't know if what she did was right. She ended things with Nathan to protect her family and avoid conflict, but in doing so, she might have broken her own heart. And what's worse, she might have broken Nathan's too. You can see the guilt written all over her face, especially when Jack mentions Ty's name, reminding her that love isn't something you can replace or control, it's something you fight for. That moment feels like a turning point, like the show is preparing Amy for a realization that will change the direction of her story again. Meanwhile, the trailer gives us glimpses of Nathan's side of things, and it's absolutely devastating. He's not angry or resentful, he's lost. We see him sitting by the riverbank, tossing stones into the water, his eyes red with emotion. His sister approaches him, clearly trying to explain herself, but Nathan just shakes his head and walks away. There's this quiet pain in his movement, like he's too tired to fight anymore. He tells her, "You didn't just cost me a deal. You cost me her." And in that one sentence, we realize that Nathan has finally reached his breaking point. He's a man who has spent his whole life trying to do the right thing, but now everything around him feels like it's collapsing. What's interesting is how the trailer uses silence to build suspense. We get long shots of both Amy and Nathan working separately, their lives mirroring each other without intersecting. Amy brushing a horse, Nathan fixing a fence, both surrounded by open fields, yet completely alone. It's beautiful, tragic, and deeply Heartland. It's like the show is reminding us that love doesn't always end in screaming matches. It often ends in quiet, painful distance. And the fans can't stop talking about these scenes because they capture something real. The heartbreak isn't dramatic. It's human. It's the kind of pain you don't shout about, the kind you carry quietly because it hurts too much to talk about. But then the trailer takes a turn. For the first time, we see a spark of hope, or maybe it's just more trouble waiting to unfold. Lou is seen on the phone, pacing in her office, saying something about new information regarding Nathan's sister and the deal that caused all this drama. The tone in her voice changes. It's urgent, serious, and full of guilt. It's possible that Lou discovered something that could clear Nathan's name, or at least prove that he wasn't directly involved in his sister's betrayal. If that's the case, it could change everything. The next quick cuts show Amy overhearing part of this conversation and her expression shifting from confusion to shock. Maybe, just maybe, she realizes she made a mistake. The heartbreak that felt final might not be so final after all. Then there's a scene that has fans buzzing online. Amy is seen looking through the window as Nathan rides up to the ranch. She freezes, her breath catches, and you can see every emotion running across her face. Fear, longing, guilt, and love. The trailer doesn't show what happens next. It just ends with that one heartbreaking image of Nathan dismounting his horse, looking up at Amy's window. It's such a powerful moment because it leaves everything hanging in the air. Does she go out to see him? Does she turn away? Does he come to say goodbye? Or does he come to tell her the truth? And that's where Heartland truly shines. It knows how to build suspense, not through big explosions or dramatic fights, but through emotional tension, through unfinished moments, through feelings left unsaid. This trailer captures that perfectly. It makes you ache for answers. It makes you want to see what happens next, not because of what might be revealed, but because you care so deeply about these characters and their emotional journeys. Amy's love life has always been complicated, but this time, it feels like everything is on the line. Her heart, her family, and her sense of peace. The trailer ends with a single line from Amy's voiceover, almost like she's talking to herself. Sometimes you have to lose something to remember why it mattered. That one line sums up everything. It's reflective, emotional, and full of the kind of painful wisdom that only Heartland can deliver. Episode 2 is shaping up to be a roller coaster of heartbreak, regret, and maybe redemption. Because if Lou's discovery really proves Nathan's innocence, Amy will have to face the hardest truth of all, that she might have let go of the one person who truly understood her. And that realization will tear at the hearts of every fan watching.